In the wild, being alone means death. Assassins are everywhere. Amidst this life and death struggle, strange pacts exist. Unlikely alliances between predator and prey. Between death and life. Welcome to the planet's most secret network. Symbiosis for Survival C. Beneath the silver-capped waves of tropical seas, a magnificent and bustling world unfolds, where sunlight is reduced to faint rays piercing through crystal-clear waters. These are the coral reefs, the busiest metropolises beneath the ocean's surface, where thousands of species share a cramped but vibrant living space. Yet, behind this serene and radiant facade, every corner of the reef conceals unyielding struggles for survival. To endure within this labyrinth, creatures require not just strength, but the cleverest adaptive strategies. Look deep into the crevices, where life's greatest secrets are carried out in ways that human imagination can barely grasp. Amidst the coral reef, sea flowers are in full bloom, but they offer no fragrance, only death. These are the sea anemones. Their soft, colorful tentacles may look like a safe haven, but in reality, they are sophisticated killing machines. Upon each tentacle are millions of cells containing potent neurotoxins. With just a slight touch, tiny poisoned arrows embed themselves into the prey, causing immediate paralysis. The anemone does not need to hunt. It simply waits patiently for the careless to wander into its deadly embrace. In the world of these tentacles, beauty and brutality coexist, creating a fragile yet lethal balance. Watch a butterfly fish as it searches for food. It moves nimbly between the coral nooks, yet survival instinct commands it to maintain an absolute distance from the anemone. To the butterfly fish and most other inhabitants, the anemone is an inviolable forbidden zone. A single moment of inadvertent nibbling at food scraps between the tentacles could cost it its life. The electrochemical shocks from the stinging cells would topple even the reef's mightiest warriors. This is an invisible yet immutable boundary, where curiosity often leads to a tragic end. Yet to everyone's amazement, a small creature, with vibrant orange and white stripes, dares to break that rule. The clownfish, the protagonist of our story, swims leisurely and immerses itself among these toxic traps, as if resting on a bed of soft velvet. Why is it not paralyzed? Why does the anemone accept its presence without firing those lethal poisoned arrows? This is one of the ocean's most intriguing mysteries, a calculated risk that has transformed a killer into the greatest protector. The secret lies not in muscular strength, but in ultra-thin chemical armor. The clownfish's body is coated in a specialized mucus layer, lacking the components that trigger the anemone's stinging cells. When the clownfish rubs against the tentacles, the anemone is tricked into believing it is touching itself or an innocuous object. To acquire this shield, the clownfish must undergo a patient acclimatization process, touching little by little so the mucus absorbs chemicals from the anemone. It is a silent pact. The clownfish borrows the anemone's identity in exchange for absolute safety. With this toxic shield, the clownfish possesses a privilege no other fish can claim. An impregnable fortress. While other species must hide in dark caves, the clownfish can feed freely right beside its mobile home. Yet the ocean is ever teeming with opportunistic predators like groupers or barracudas. At the mere sight of a passing shadow, the clownfish instantly executes a spectacular dive into the toxic tentacles. No matter how hungry, predators understand that venturing into that maze is a certain death sentence. The clownfish's calculated risk has granted it a peaceful life in the heart of danger. But symbiosis is never a one-way street. The clownfish repays the anemone with the utmost devoted care. It acts as a diligent housekeeper, using its mouth to clear away organic debris and parasites clinging to the anemone's body, keeping the host healthy and free from infection. Additionally, the clownfish's constant swimming among the tentacles enhances water circulation, providing more oxygen to the anemone. In this relationship, the predator provides protection while the prey provides professional service. A fair and perfect exchange orchestrated by nature. It doesn't stop there. The clownfish is also a brave bodyguard. Do not let its small size deceive you. When coral-eating fish or butterfly fish intend to attack and feed on the anemone's tentacles, the clownfish instantly lunges out in a fierce counterattack. It does not hesitate to confront opponents many times their size to defend its fortress. A tiny creature possessed of extraordinary courage, ready to fight to protect its lifeline. This bond has transformed two completely different organisms into a unified front, supporting each other in the struggle for survival. Beneath the shadow of toxic tentacles, a new generation is taking shape. The clownfish chooses the base of the anemone as the site for its egg nest, where most egg thieves dare not venture. Tiny lives are enveloped by thousands of toxic stingers, creating the safest nursery on the planet. Here, life sprouts from danger itself, and evolution has proven that sometimes the best way to survive is not to flee from death, but to befriend it. Leaving the vibrant coral reefs of the ocean behind, we venture deep into the heart of the vast African savanna. This is a land of extremes, where the scorching heat of the sun and arid winds test every limit of life. On this parched earth, existence is an endless race, where every creature must find its place within the ruthless food chain. Amidst this vast expanse, even the most massive giants cannot survive alone. The savanna is not merely a display of muscular power. It is a stage for the strangest alliances, where a giant of flesh and steel must rely on tiny wings to preserve its life. Meet one of the icons of savanna strength, the rhinoceros. With a weight of several tons and skin as thick as legendary armor, the rhino appears to have no rivals. It is like a biological tank, ready to crush any obstacle in its path. However, this giant carries a fatal weakness. The rhino's eyesight is very poor. They can barely see anything beyond 30 meters. In a world where predators always lurk in the tall grass, possessing poor vision is akin to an invitation to death. The rhino needs another pair of eyes, an overhead warning system, to compensate for its deficiency. This is where the oxpecker bird enters the scene. These tiny creatures with vibrant red bills and firm claws are the inseparable companions of the rhino. To a casual observer, their presence might seem bothersome, but in reality, they are a dedicated team of bodyguards. The oxpeckers do not just come for a free perch. They carry an important mission. They spend most of their lives crawling over the rhino's wrinkled skin, venturing into the deepest folds where the rhino can never reach itself. This is a relationship built on the essential needs of both parties, a perfect service contract between heaven and earth. The rhino is host to thousands of ticks, horseflies, and blood-sucking parasites. These tiny organisms cause intense itching and even severe infected sores. With its massive feet, the rhino is helpless to scratch or drive them away. The oxpecker is the most effective medical solution. With its sharp and flexible bill, it picks clean the blood-bloated ticks from the rhino's body. An adult oxpecker can consume hundreds of ticks a day. For the bird, it is a lavish and nutritious buffet. For the rhino, it is relief from a lingering pain. This cleanliness is not just a matter of aesthetics. It is the key to maintaining the giant's health. But the true value of the oxpecker lies not just in its cleaning skills. Observe this scene. A leopard is quietly approaching from behind the tall grass. It moves as silently as a ghost, taking full advantage of the rhino's blind spots. The rhino continues to graze unconcernedly, completely unaware that death is closing the gap meter by meter. At this distance, the rhino's sense of smell might not detect the predator's scent if the wind is not favorable. A surprise attack on a calf or an injured rhino could lead to a devastating outcome. The savanna has no room for the unwary. Just as the leopard prepares to spring for the pounce, the living radar system speaks up. The oxpeckers, with their broad overhead view, have spotted the intruder. They abruptly stop feeding, bristle their head feathers, and emit piercing, shrill cries that echo across the savanna. This is the red alert. The oxpeckers don't just scream to protect themselves. Their call has a specific frequency that the rhino has learned to recognize through millions of years of evolution. In the language of the savanna, this call means danger. Prepare to fight. The rhino reacts instantly. The giant bolts upright, pivoting its massive frame with surprising agility. It is no longer a gentle grazer. Now it is a fighting machine filled with rage. Its head lowers, the sharp horn pointed directly at the threat. Nostrils flared to confirm the enemy's position through scent. The leopard, which relied on the element of surprise, now understands it has lost its only advantage. Facing 2 tons of seething flesh and steel, even the most fearsome predator must reconsider. The bodyguard pact has functioned perfectly, saving the rhino's life in the nick of time. The battle does not break out as the predator chooses a peaceful retreat. The leopard slinks away into the trees, searching for an easier target. And as stillness returns to the savanna, the tiny bodyguards gently land back on their familiar, fortress. They resume their unfinished cleaning work as if nothing had ever happened. This symbiosis is not just random support, it is absolute trust. The rhino grants the birds food and protection from smaller predators, while the oxpecker grants the rhino a longer life. Leaving the sun-drenched savannas behind, we return to the vastness of the ocean. In this borderless world, movement is a challenging survival puzzle. Swift currents and immense distances demand a colossal amount of energy. Yet, amidst these transoceanic journeys, some creatures have found a way to conquer distances without spending a single ounce of effort. They are not the strongest, but rather the cleverest at harnessing the power of others. A free journey begins with connections that the naked eye often misses. This is the remora, one of the ocean's most professional passengers. With its slender body and seemingly simple appearance, few would suspect that this fish possesses a powerful boarding pass to travel the world. The remora was not built to swim at breakneck speeds or to battle fierce predators. Instead, it chooses to live in the shadow of giants. Its life is a series of continuous hitchhiking trips, where each stop opens up a new horizon and a new food source it could hardly reach on its own. The remora's secret lies right on top of its head. This is no ordinary dorsal fin. It is a highly sophisticated biological sucker disc. Look at these layered horizontal ridges. They function like a professional climbing boot sole, but are many times more powerful. When the remora presses against another creature's surface, it creates a perfect vacuum. This suction is so strong that even when the host moves at top speed or performs masterful acrobatics, the remora remains attached as if part of the host's own skin. This is a masterpiece of evolution, transforming a body part into a permanent anchor. And this is when the pact is sealed. A shark glides by, and the remora needs only a gentle nudge to bind its life to the ocean's most fearsome predator. For most creatures, approaching a shark is a suicidal act, but the remora sees it as absolute security. Clinging to the shark's belly, it not only saves energy for movement, but is also protected by its boss's reputation. No predator dares attack a small fish when it is traveling with such a powerful killing machine. A form of parasitism, yet one that brings immense benefits to the underdog. sharks are not the only option. Gentle giants like the whale shark are truly the luxury cruise ships of the sea. A single whale shark can carry dozens of remora passengers on its journey across oceans. On this colossal body, the remora can easily shift positions, sometimes near the mouth to catch food scraps, sometimes on the dorsal fin to enjoy the cool currents. This is a wordless relationship, a harmonious coexistence where the giant ignores the tiny guests, allowing them to share space and time in endless voyages. Even slow-moving sea turtles become targets for these clever hitchhikers. To the remora, anything that moves can be a potential transport vehicle. Clinging to a turtle's shell grants them a different perspective on the reef world, where speed is less important than stability. Each different host offers the remora a unique experience, from the breathtaking hunts of sharks to the leisurely strolls of sea turtles. This miraculous adaptability has made the remora a ubiquitous creature, found from shallow waters to the most remote abysses. However, this hitchhiking is not entirely parasitic. The remora has its own ways of paying for its journey. They are dedicated sanitation workers. The skin of sharks and whale sharks is often plagued by irritating and disease-carrying parasites. With its small but flexible mouth, the remora clears away these troublemakers, keeping the host's skin smooth and healthy. They even consume scraps of food stuck in the host's teeth or around the gills. A thorough cleaning in exchange for a business-class trip across the ocean. Look at the strength of this bond as the shark accelerates. The water resistance is immense, yet the remora's sucker disc is designed so that the harder it is pulled, the firmer it clings. The structure of the cartilaginous lamellae within the disc allows it to lock in place without exerting muscle power. This is a perfect fusion of physics and biology. The remora doesn't just cling, it becomes a hydrodynamic part of the host, minimizing drag so both can glide through the sea with maximum efficiency. The journey of the remora and the giants can span thousands of miles, crossing from frigid waters to warm coral reefs. Together they witness the ocean's deepest mysteries, where light never reaches. This bond requires no fanfare. It is silent and enduring as the flow of time itself. The remora perhaps never cares where it is going, as long as it remains attached to a powerful companion. The world is so vast, yet with the right transporter, no place is too distant. These hitchhiking trips beneath the ocean reveal the wonderful flexibility of life. But as we leave the ocean currents to return to land, another form of symbiosis, with an even greater impact on the entire planet, is unfolding among vibrant petals. There, the connection is not just about movement or protection, but about sustaining life for millions of other species. Prepare to enter the world of tiny creatures that hold the heartbeat of the entire Earth. Before us lies a brilliant tapestry of vegetation, an ocean of colors and fragrances. But this beauty is not merely for show. Behind the petals swaying in the breeze, a colossal biological machine is operating tirelessly. Each flower is an invitation, a signal broadcast into the air to seek its most vital partners. An ancient pact is about to be honored. A silent connection that serves as the true heartbeat of this entire planet. Look at this dedicated worker, the honeybee, a tiny creature carrying the heaviest responsibility in the natural world. With wings beating 200 times per second, it is not merely searching for food. Bees are the messengers of life, the connecting engineers that bridge the gaps between individual plants. Unaware that they hold the fate of millions of other species, they simply follow instinct, seeking sweet nectar to sustain their hive. Yet, within that personal quest, a magnificent miracle is performed. To attract these honored guests, plants have evolved into masters of advertising. Vibrant colors are no accident. They are glowing signposts under ultraviolet light, visible only to a bee's eyes. Petals open like perfect landing strips, guiding the bee to the nectar treasure hidden deep within. This is a dance of evolution, where flowers and bees have learned to understand each other over millions of years. The flower provides energy. The bee provides the transportation of genetic information, an exchange without words, yet incredibly precise and efficient. As the bee lands, a magical event occurs. While engrossed in sipping nectar, its fuzzy body unwittingly becomes a magnet for pollen grains. Thousands of tiny golden dust particles cling to the bee's legs, belly, and back. bee has no idea it is carrying the seeds of the future. As it flies to the next flower, some of these grains will drop, completing the pollination process. This is the moment life is ignited. Without this accidental hitchhiking of pollen on a bee's back, our world would become silent and withered. Imagine the scale of this labor. Over 80% of the Earth's plant species rely on these tiny pollinators to sustain their lineage. From dense ancient forests to the fruit farms that feed humanity, everything is powered by the wings of bees. Every apple we eat, every sunflower we admire, is the result of a successful pact between insect and plant. Bees don't just make honey, they are weaving the green tapestry that protects life for all of humanity. If this heartbeat stops, the entire ecosystem would collapse like a house of cards. At day's end, with legs heavy with golden pollen baskets, the honeybee returns to the hive. They carry not just food for the colony, but the promise of a new generation of plants to sprout next season. This symbiosis is the clearest proof that the smallest things can turn the world. In the world of bees and flowers, there are no winners or losers, only resonance for coexistence. The heartbeat of the planet continues to pulse steadily in every petal, in every tiny hum, amidst the vast sky. However, this connection is more fragile than we imagine. Environmental changes and the disappearance of wild lands are putting this heartbeat at risk. When a flower blooms and no guest arrives, it is a journey that ends in silence. The planet's balance lies not in humanity's great structures, but in the fragile pacts between petals and tiny wings. Protecting bees is protecting the Earth's breath, protecting our own future. Yet symbiosis doesn't only happen in the sky or within vibrant flowers. If we stoop lower, close to the parched earth, a world of tiny ranchers emerges. There, alliances are based not on beauty or fragrance, but on rigorous protection and another precious kind of liquid gold. Let us leave the petals behind to enter the kingdom of soil warriors, where one of the planet's strangest forms of agriculture is carried out by ants. As we lower our gaze to the ground, a kingdom of disciplined warriors emerges. Along these fragile stems, a never-ending march is underway. This is the world of ants, where symbiosis has evolved into a complex form of social management. We often know ants as builders or warriors, but here, they play an entirely different role: ranchers. They do not forage randomly. They operate a true farm, where protection is traded for a resource more precious than nectar. The subjects of this special care are aphids, tiny, slow creatures with almost no means of defense. Aphids spend their lives piercing the plant's veins, sucking up abundant nutrients. But aphids cannot digest all the enormous amount of sugar they absorb. Instead, they excrete a sweet liquid known as honeydew. To the ants, this liquid is nothing less than liquid gold. This is the ultimate energy source that powers a massive ant colony, and to protect this asset, ants are willing to do anything. Watch how ants milk their aphids. Using their flexible antennae, they gently stroke the aphids' backs, stimulating them to release a drop of honeydew. This is a sophisticated communication. The aphids willingly offer their product, knowing that in return, they receive the most powerful bodyguard force in the insect world. This interaction is continuous and rhythmic, like a production line in a biological factory. There is no coercion, only a seamless coordination that benefits both parties. However, this farm is always in the sights of fearsome predators. And here is the ladybug, the terror of aphids. With powerful jaws and a hard armored shell, the ladybug is a true assassin, capable of wiping out an entire aphid colony in hours. It moves silently, preparing for a lavish feast. For the aphids, the ladybug's appearance means destruction. But the ladybug has forgotten one thing. These aphids are not alone. They have bodyguards on constant standby, ready to fight to their last breath to protect their liquid gold. soon as the ladybug touches the edge of the herd, the worker ants detect the threat. Without a moment's hesitation, they plunge into battle. Ants use their razor-sharp mandibles to bite the ladybug's legs, even spraying formic acid to drive away the invader. The battle rages fiercely on the leaf's surface. The ladybug, though larger and stronger, falters under the collective and aggressive assault of the ants. This is more than protection. It is absolute territorial defense. In the world of ants, whoever threatens their livestock is an enemy of the entire empire. The defeated predator is forced to retreat. The unity and courage of the ants have prevailed. Following the battle, the ants do not rest. They return to inspect each aphid, using their antennae to soothe their livestock. Peace returns to the branch, and the sweet honeydew flows once again into the protectors' bellies. This is a perfect risk management process where each individual knows its position and duty. This tiny farm will continue to thrive as long as the bond between ant and aphid remains strong. The ant's devotion goes even further. When the sap source in an old branch is exhausted, worker ants will gently pick up the aphids and move them to fresher, greener buds. This is livestock herding on a microscopic scale. Ants understand that the aphid's health determines the colony's prosperity. They care for aphids from the egg stage, protect them through the cold winter inside their nests, and bring them out when spring arrives. A closed and intelligent agricultural cycle, no less than that of humans, unfolding right beneath our feet, often unnoticed. The harvested honeydew is brought back to the nest to nourish the entire community. In the darkness of the earth, this energy source is shared equitably, from the busy workers to the queen maintaining the lineage. The symbiosis between ants and aphids is not just the story of two species, it is the story of an entire empire's survival. Each drop of sweet nectar is a testament to the success of a survival strategy based on cooperation. The natural world has proven that when we know how to protect and nurture each other, life will always find a path to flourish. What we have just witnessed are not merely random moments of creation. It is a grand symphony of harmony, where the lines between predator and prey, between life and death, become blurred. Nature, in all its inherent brutality, always finds space for extraordinary understanding. These unlikely alliances are the resilient threads that keep the vessel of life from sinking amidst the ocean of chaos. Every species, whether as tiny as an ant or as massive as a whale shark, is writing vital notes in the eternal covenant of this planet.